Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You are watching Silliman. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Thank you very much for making Silliman as your Monday night company. And as you join us tonight, we bid you an excellent state of health, that you are strong, alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic. Because of course, there's a lot of things that we have to be grateful for. And part of that are the 5 C's here in Silliman University. Ang daming ganap, classroom, church, culture and the arts. Ano pa yung mga community, di ba? So these are the areas that we are actually pouring our attention to. And tonight, to give more layers to these 5 C's, we're actually invited the top 3 organizations in the university who have really shown excellence, not only being leaders, but also being servants, no? And in what way they did that, we will unpack the details of that tonight. So, friends, I will let them introduce themselves, and just for a quick twist, parang they will have to introduce themselves in a way na parang they are joining Miss Silliman or Mr. Silliman. Ganon. So, dapat may twist. And they didn't know about this. Okay. So, I think gentlemen's first, no? Okay. So let's start with this gentleman here from sa ating mahiwagang couch. Okay.
So, good evening everyone. I am Antonio Jose Delicana, the president of Sandigan.
Ay, very demure. Okay. Very class. Ganun lang. Okay. Good evening, Antonio, and welcome back to Silliman.
Thank you for having me here.
All right. Up next is...
Hello, hi, Silliman. I am Monte, Ramos, the president of Junior Social Worker Association of the Philippines. And good evening.
Ay, napaka-cutesy naman. No? From demure to cutesy. Okay. And we have...
Good evening, everyone. I am Nurshema, the president of the Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, Silliman University Student Chapter, Balingtaasan.
Ay, okay! So, Nurshema, Mia, and Antonio, welcome to Silliman. Daghang salamat for saying yes to our invitation. Now, let's warm up our conversation tonight because when we talk about student organizations, and you are the leaders of your organizations, who do you think is your leadership icon? Because, of course, when we talk about being a student leader, there's always someone we look up to, or at least there's something that, okay, this is a very good model, no? Parang I look up to this person being a leader. I'd like to begin with Mia.
Oh my. Okay, so there's that one person that I really admired when it comes in leadership, and I think that is the Ate Angelet Yatar, one of the member of the civil engineering, and she is also my ate in Girl Scouting that also encouraged me to join Girl Scouting and become one of the patrol leader here in Silliman.
Ayan, give a special shout out to her.
Yeah, hi Ate Angelet. I'm here representing our org and the Girl Scout as well.
All right. So later on, we'll talk more how she affected you, no? And how she inspired you. Let's go now to Antonio. Antonio, who is this someone, or probably locally or internationally?
It's someone locally and someone we all know here in Dumaguete. He's a prominent figure in youth governance. He really inspired me to enter into the party that I am in and the organization I am in. He is the former SK Federation President, Honorable Renz Machon. So he really was the one who guided me in this journey through leadership.
Was also an alumnus of the College of Mass
Yes.
Communication. Thank you so much, Antonio. Si Nurshema naman.
The leader that I look up to is actually Luffy from One Piece.
Ay, hindi ko in-expect yun.
Why? If you wanna know why, watch it.
Ang daming episodes nun eh. Alright, so you are drawing different inspirations, no? Sa inyo is parang a co-org or parang organization na you've been part of. You is parang your ate. Here you are watching animes, no? So, do you believe that leaders are born or leaders are made? Because most often than not, we hear this debatable matter. Eh. Sabi nila, leaders are born. Some also people say leaders are made. What is your take on this? I'd like to begin with Nurshema.
For me, leaders are made. I actually believe with the saying, leadership is an art because there are different ways to lead. And every person have different angles or different ways on how they lead. And sometimes a person leads differently and then they made leaders of themselves.
Ayun. So, kumbaga it's a process, no, of becoming a leader.
You should also research about the ways of leadership so that you know how to handle your men and your organization well.
Thank you so much. Antonio, would like to add on that?
I would also like to agree with Nurshema since drawing on my personal experience naman, I'm not a straight A student talaga since elementary, but with the help of like Renz Machon and the other people around me who guided me, leaders are truly made with the proper guidance and help.
Ayun. And that's a good thing, no, that we're mentioning the people that you looked up to because leaders can also make other leaders, no? Leaders make other leaders.
Yes.
All right. How about you, Mia?
I also believe that leaders are made because way back elementary, I didn't expect that I will be leading an organization because I am really an introvert person. However, during
Ano
this...
nangyari?
Yeah, so I saw the capabilities in myself while watching others as well. So
Right.
I'm inspired and now I am inspiring others.
Wow, that's so good. No? You just have to keep the cycle going.
Yes.
No? Now, let's talk about and deep dive into your different organizations. Now, we have the top 3 for the previous last school year. Is this correct?
Semester.
Last semester.
Previous semester, school year 2024-2025 first semester. And who bagged the first rank? The PIES. And second is
G-SWAP.
the social work. And the third is ang Sandigan. All right. So very briefly, no, let's please describe your organization. What do you do? What are the values that you really hold so dear, and probably the advocacies that you push forward. Let's begin with our top 1, PIES.
Okay, so under civil engineering, we are a group of people whose focus is more on the civil engineering field. And then, actually, civil engineering is really a struggle, like all other colleges. Pero like our exams and everything are it's really a struggle. And like our org happens to be an enjoyment for the students so that we can gather and enjoy gyapon bisag no matter the struggles we're
Kumbaga,
facing.
it's an outlet, no?
Yes, and also I love visiting elementary schools, and like I let my people to meet them and like encourage them at a younger age to like, hey, this is civil engineering, so you guys should be with us, like start them young.
Okay, convince them to be
Yes,
part
like-
of your tribe,
yes.
kumbaga. So essentially, aside from working with kids, no, at large, no, what advocacies do you work on?
It is about our institution, the Philippine National Civil Engineers.
All right.
Okay, so like we focus on advocating for the infrastructure.
Ayun.
Yes, and like
And of course, this is very good because you are also sharing the importance of civil engineers, no?
Yes.
Even with kids. Thank you so much, Nurshema. How about Mia, being the top 2, Junior Social Work Association of the Philippines?
Okay, so we are one of the smallest community here
Oo.
in
Di ba? Nasa fourth floor kayo ng
Yes, we are in fourth floor and it's very tiring. We are only 150 students below. That's our maximum usually. And we are also not very known organization because, you know, social work as social na trabaho. So some people also think that we are just giving ayuda. So,
right.
yeah.
So that's a misconception.
Yes. So I'll be explaining our activities during our how we became here in top 2. So we are more focused on the outreach. We are focused on a our organization is deeply rooted in service. We help the marginalized communities. We help the usually the children and women who's being abused. And during this first semester, we focus on helping those fire victims, and that made us being in top 2.
Yun.
Yes, we gave a lot of, we gather different, we gather things or I told our organization to donate some items so that we
Relief
can
goods.
Yeah. So the items that we have gathered is not from the organization but from the whole people in our organization.
Yeah. And
So
I think that's what leadership is really all about, no? Able to mobilize resources
Yes.
that even you don't have, yet with your resourcefulness, creativity, you were able to make an impact. No?
yes.
And congratulations for
Thank
that. No? I think that's very altruistic and noble to know. All right? How about ang Sandigan? What does Sandigan believe in? What your advocacies? Go ahead, Antonio.
So compared to the first two, we're the only non-academic in, if I'm not mistaken, in the top 10. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ang Sandigan was formed back in 1998, so we're already an organization rooted in Silliman for almost 27 years now.
Wow.
So it was born out of a loss in a student government election by Cause Party. So napildi mi ato nga time, then our alumni planned on creating an organization aimed to empower students to enter into student leadership, because at that time there was also a so-called drought in student leaders, according to our alumni. So the org, in a way, helped with that, the lack of participation in students. That's why in our organization, we craft initiatives and events anchored in the 5 C's of Silliman, keeping in mind our pro-people and pro-student principles.
Because I'm very interested, Antonio, no, because your name, unlike their name, no, it's like the Philippine Institute, so their name are like kind of technical, but yours is Ang Sandigan, no? So what do you mean by Ang Sandigan? Because probably Sandigan is like bangko, Sandigan, or like that's a very interesting name.
That I can't explain too, because my alumni, actually the organization's constitution was taken from also another organization that was formed back in the same time, but that org wasn't registered because it's an LGBTQ org at the time. So it was called Basilban Society, or Bakla ng Silliman na Lumalaban. At that time, the university wasn't yet open to those things. So that's the only fact I know about the
But
origin.
maybe in the future interviews, no, because I'm sure we'll be having you more frequently in the show, no, we can talk about that. So I want you to dive deeper now into a conversation about student apathy, no, because we would a lot of student leaders would say that some students develop that sort of, parang they don't care, or it's like, oh, just give it to the ones that are active, or just give it to the ones that were really interested. In your experience, is this happening in Silliman?
In Silliman.
Have you encountered these sorts of clamors na, ay, parang they don't care naman, or it's like there's only this segmented, or there's already this segment of people who are really, really interested? Or what's your observation in the university? Do you have a good level of activeness in terms of student leadership?
I believe
Or there's still a room to improve?
I believe we really need to. There's really need to improve as we saw in the previous elections. No, biases aside, Cause Party was the only party who registered. So it really we can really see how student leadership and participation went down because wala man ko ga like I'm saying this as an outsider,
Yes.
from an outsider's
Sure,
perspective. The initiatives that the student leaders tend to initiate nowadays is somewhat exclusive for those who are fighting for this cause,
Yes.
or who wants to be part, but it's not inclusive for everyone. Not all students are empowered enough to join. So I guess to address that, merbag somewhat a way forward addressing apathy is to create more inclusive events.
Yes.
More not more like deep kayo nga advocacy kuan, like somewhat there's that term manggod I'm looking for, somewhat.
Yeah, because I get
Yeah.
that. I think what you're trying to say is that these are very specialized,
Yeah.
or like deep. It requires deep interest.
Yeah,
So I
to
think there must
execute.
be more inclusive, no. And speaking of that, when we come back, because we're just going to pause for a short break, let's talk about future activities, no, that your organizations will be having. At the same time, let's also talk about future plans, no, for your organizations in terms of probably getting bigger or probably partnering with other organizations, because that's also very interesting to know whether you're also trying to become a bigger team, meaning one organization partners with the other, so on and so forth. Friends, all of that and more when #Silliman returns. Please stay with us.
Boladola, Principal of Silliman University Senior High School. Our senior high school is designed to nurture the whole person, emphasizing academic excellence, personal growth, and social responsibility. We offer a well-rounded education that prepares students for the challenges of the future, both in higher education and in life. Join us and be part of a community that values integrity, service, and holistic development. We warmly invite you to enroll and embark on a journey with us at Silliman University Senior High School.
Hi, my name is Joshua. In Silliman University Senior High School, we are committed in providing an environment where our students can thrive and discover their potentials. we're also committed to promote competence, character, and faith. Join us here in Silliman University Senior High School to experience the whole person education for your transformation, and we can't wait to see you.
Welcome. I'm Ronelyn, the Office Secretary at Silliman University Senior High School. We're excited to introduce you to our dynamic and vibrant senior high program. With a wide range of academic tracks and extracurricular activities, there is something here for everyone. We invite you to enroll and be part of our growing family. Our office is always open to assist you with the enrollment process and any questions you might have. We can't wait to see you here at Silliman.
Hi, I'm Althea, a proud student of Silliman University Senior High School. Senior High offers both a fun and a great learning experience for its students with a perfect balance of academics and extracurricular activities. The opportunities, the support, and the friendships that I've gained have shaped my senior high school journey, which is why I've found not just a school, but a community. From engaging classroom activities to fun and exciting school events, there's always something happening that keeps us motivated and excited. Come and experience it for yourself.
Welcome back, and you're still watching #Silliman, and we're still joined with our top 3 candidates, top 3 organizations here in Silliman University for the past semester in this school year. And before we took a short break, I asked them about future plans. No? But before we go to future plans, let's play a quick game. Okay. This game is called Dugtungan. All right. So I'm sure guys you've heard of the game Dugtungan. No? Meaning you just have to one word per person lang ito. So I will give a word, and then you have to think a word to complete a thought. Okay? So we have only 3 to be fair. So first word is spice, o di ba? Second word is social. Ang haba ng social word niya. So social na lang. Third is Sandigan. All right. Let's start with Sandigan muna. Sandigan. Okay? So any word, no? And let's see what thought you will be able to complete later on. So first person to give a word is Antonio, Mia, and then until we finish all the letters of the given word. All right? Game? Okay. Let's start with Sandigan. S.
Silliman.
Silliman. A.
Ability.
Silliman ability. N.
Silliman ability. Nice.
Nice. D.
Diligent.
Diligent. Another sentence na ito. Okay. I.
Intelligence.
Ay, intelligence. Okay. G.
Go.
Go. Okay. A.
Agility.
Lagang PE class na ito. And N.
New.
New. Okay. That's ang Sandigan. Alright. Sige, we'll start with Nurshema this time. The word is social. Alright? Still the first letter S.
Silliman.
Silliman.
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
Community.
Community. I.
Igloo.
Igloo. Ba't may igloo? Okay. A.
Art.
R. L.
Leadership.
Ay, okay. Ang hirap ipasok ng igloo, ah. Alright, last is spice. And this time, the first word will be coming from Mia. Okay. P.
Peace.
Peace. Antonio, I.
Integrity.
Okay.
Community. Yeah.
Yes.
Emergency.
Diyos ko po. Guys, these are the top 3 organizations of Silliman University. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for being so gay. No? Parang you still have the intrams fatigue, no? The intrams fever. Baka yung nasa isip nila para mga go CBA, go CED, ganun pa. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being so game with our quick gimmick for this episode. Now let's talk about future plans. What are the activities you have in mind? And probably this is a good time to promote, and probably you're looking for partners as well. Let's start with ang Sandigan.
So we're currently planning for an inter-organization esports tournament. Because coming from Intrams, we here at Ang Sandigan were assigned to do the live stream, tournament managing. So from that experience, my officers have thought about what if we're going to have a interorganizational esports tournament. Alongside with that is more of sports, because here at Sandigan, we're also inclined into supporting sports. So we're also planning for a interorganization 3x3 basketball tournament. So far, we are yet to meet for some of the events, but those two are going to be really, really soon.
Yeah. Kung ako, parang hindi ako makaparticipate dyan. Wala akong alam na game. Solitaire na yung alam ko. Tsaka
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, gano'n. Pang oldies na game. But anyway, so that's it, no? So I think that's a very good opportunity. Especially nowadays, no? Everyone is really into e-games, no? So hopefully, do you have a Facebook page that you can check for updates on that?
Yeah, we have now 2 Facebook pages, our main Ang Sandigan Facebook page and our new Ang Sandigan Esports Facebook page.
Ayun, so you have dedicated really a Facebook page for that?
Yes.
Wow, incredible. How about for the Social Work Association?
Okay, so just the same with Ang Sandigan, we are also planning with of having a sport fest. However, we are also planning to continue or focusing more on helping having an orphanage, outreach, something like that. So more on still helping those people in needs, and we also don't have that really planned activities, because we actually spend our organization fees more on the fire victim, the unexpected victims of
Different hazards, no?
Yeah. So we are also planning to give something in Canlaon. So maybe if it's possible for us to make an event with that, partnering with other organizations as well. And so much for that. That's all.
Do you have a Facebook page also?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, Silliman University JSWAP, and you can also send their message if you wanted to partner with us or maybe coordinate with us with your problems in your community.
Ay, gusto ko yung problems. Puntahan nyo. Isumbong nyo sa social work department. But yeah, please visit their Facebook page. No, it's a very good partner because they have already experiences. All right. How about for PIES?
We have this upcoming event partnered with Norsu, the Paisik Laban.
Paisik Laban. I like that.
And then we will have different events such as seminars, sports, and culmination, and Sigat Talent.
Ay, parang hindi busy kayo, no? Ang dami niyong ganap, no? Major in civil engineering, parang naging minor in civil engineering na lang kayo. Major in extracurriculars.
And then also for this month is Ramadan month po.
Yes.
So we will maximize charity food alongside with our brothers and sisters in Islam, the Silliman University Islamic Association. So we will also be having our donation drives with orphanage. So
partner na kayo, di ba? Instant partner.
May email na ba after the meeting?
All right. Now, I just want to bring our conversation in a more serious note because, of course, at this season, we are seeing a lot of campaigns because obviously it's the election season, no? And of course, if we see the demographics of the voters right now, I think a big chunk really are the youth, no? And there's even the statistics that by the mere vote of the youth, we can actually elect a national official. So, as student leaders, what are your observation and in a national scale, what are your hopes for our country? Because what you're doing are very inspiring, no? Being able to help to the community, being able to really demonstrate leadership, at the same time advocate for these noble values, no? And I think this is what we should upscale in the national level. So, what are your hopes for our country as student leaders? Let's start with Mia. Maybe you can start with Sana. What's Sana? What is your Sana for the Philippines?
Okay, so we actually know that Philippines is really not improving when it comes on politics. However, I say, sana may pagbabago sa bagong mga magli-lead or maybe the new leaders of the Philippines. Maybe you can do something for the betterment of the country and not for the,
For personal
for
interest.
personal.
Thank you so much. Antonio, what is your Sana for the Philippines, for the country?
Sana ma-continue ang youth empowerment in the governance level. Because we at ang Sandigan have positions in the local youth development councils of both the Dumaguete and in the province, no, and me being the vice chairperson of the provincial youth development council, no, it is really my hope na the government should prioritize on empowering the youth. Kay really we the youth are the future of our nation.
Right.
And daghan yung youth karon in our barangay consultations, we saw that they're not educated enough sa who to vote.
Needs more empowerment.
Needs more empowerment,
Right.
jud sila. And some LGUs here, sadly, really don't have the capacity, no, to create youth empowerment programs for the sake lang yun nga maka-comply sila. They just make that office so that they could comply. So really, genuine jud nga youth empowerment.
And what you're doing, guys, is a very good start, no? Probably in your thinking, it's a small thing that you do, but the universe is actually watching us, and these are the ripples that you make in the long run. How about Nurshema?
I hope that the elected leaders will prioritize others first before themselves. And same as what Antonio said, na educate the people. And akong experience,
Observe.
like, akong na-observe is like, during the elections, there will be like wars sa Facebook.
Yeah.
I hope na the people, especially the youth, and especially the youth po, like we educate others in a peaceful manner po.
Yes.
If we are very violent po, mga bobo.
Yeah, online. It's not
Yeah,
good.
online sa good. Yeah.
Like, it's more like we are pushing them away instead of gathering.
Educating them. Well, that's a very good way to put things. No? It's a very good perspective, Nurshema. Now, let's go back to your Silliman experience, because at the end of the day, those are the impacts that we want to see, and that's a very good thing that you have your own foresight. So, to end our conversation today, if you were to convince, like for example, our fresh senior high school students or those who want to be part of the Silliman community, that we have a vibrant student activities, we have a very inclusive community, that we have a very multicultural, a very diverse student body. How will you convince them in a very short manner? Let's start with Antonio. That's your camera. Okay.
Convince them to join
Yes,
the
be part of
organization.
Silliman. Why choose Silliman?
You'll get to experience stress and enjoy it at the same time.
I love that. That's very good, because stress is inevitable, and the best way to handle it is to find enjoyment while navigating it. Well put, Antonio. Mia.
Okay, so I am encouraging everyone to choose Silliman because I was once a freshie who enrolled in other school, however, came back here in Silliman because I believe Silliman will choose me as well. I can experience here a very expressive way of telling myself I am this, and also there's a lot of organizations that you can join, which you will not be left behind, or yes, because they will always approach you. They will always say, "We are here for you," something like that. So you should always choose Silliman over being practical because the spending a lot in this school means spending a lot or investing a lot in your future as well. So choose Silliman.
Wonderfully said. Thank you so much, Mia. Parang naiiyak na ko doon. Then, Nurshema.
Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your interest, whatever your hobby is, you are welcome in Silliman. And I know for sure that you will find a place here. And you can feel that you really belong here if you enroll here.
Aww. On that note, daghan kayong salamat and thank you so much for your time. No, may God bless you and may your tribe increase and stay healthy, guys, ha? While you navigate the stress and enjoy it. Stay healthy all the time. Friends, thank you so much for being our Monday night company and continue supporting #Silliman. See you next week. And we choose you. And thank you for choosing us. To God be the glory. Hi there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining us tonight and continue supporting our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. And we also have a YouTube channel. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there. And of course, we are airing every Monday night. That's 8 p.m. via Channel 6 Phil Products, and replays airs every Tuesday before the noontime news and Saturdays after the noontime news. This has been Joshua Soldivillo. Kita-kits next week on here on
#Silliman.
Woo!